how the heck this monster of the right hand picking is holding the pick. What's up guys, how you doing? Welcome to a new episode. Maybe you know me from the TikTok guitarist who plays fast riffs, from extreme metal picking, or from my band Cryzix, I don't know. But this is an episode where I'm gonna talk about how to hold a pick, because many of my students, they ask me, man, Bibi, how do you hold a pick? Because sometimes, depending on how you hold the pick, this is the truth, it's gonna be easier for some techniques and for some others not that much. So this is very important to have in consideration when you want to approach a style of playing. It's important to have it in mind, because some certain techniques and ways to hold and to do things will go in favor to some things, and if you don't want to do other things, it's good, but if you want to do also other things, you have to think about these things, okay? So let's start with how this guy, James Hetfield, my main mentor of how to play fast riffs, how this guy is holding the picks. I think it's a very important thing to approach, because when I started 18 years ago, when I was a little teenager playing guitar, I was holding the pick like everyone. Okay, by the way, I'm using a pick if you want to know. This is a bass guitar pick, Dunlop, and also with some scratches on it, because it improves the grip of the pick. This is a technique that Dimebag was using, and also I saw Scott Ian was using too. One of my students sent it to me, and yeah, it's a good way to hold the pick. So when I started, I was holding the pick like this, okay, like many of the guitarists out there, and then I was starting to play riffs like this, like Master of Puppets. But it came to a moment that when we started with the band and we started to play faster and faster riffs, and this was like a moment of, okay, I need to get better, you know, because not for the down picking, this technique, this weight of holding the pick, it's good for down picking. But for me, I'm talking from my experience, when I had to do the tremolo pickings, it got harder and harder. I was not really tight on that, you know? And I remember that I recorded the first album of Cryzix with this technique. But then on the second album, in the transition of the second album, I started to dig more of, okay, how James Hetfield is holding the pick. And I found out that he was grabbing the pick in a different way, what I was used to do. And it was with the 3 fingers technique. So something like this. So basically, you just, instead of holding it like this, he holds it using the 3 fingers. He told in recent interviews, I saw that this is proved, it's a scientifically proved technique that he uses, and as well as what I felt, what he says is that with this, he has more control of the picking, which is true. It's you have more precision and more control of the picking, especially the upstrokes. So when I found out this, it was like, okay, let's try it, you know. And also I know that Old Drake from Evil is holding also the pick with 3 fingers. So my 2 biggest influences of picking guitar were holding the pick like this. So this meant something. This meant that maybe I should try it. So I tried, and I have to say, and this is a suggestion, that if you want to try it, it's not going to be 100% effective for you at the beginning, okay? But you have to take in mind this, okay? That if you hold a pick like this, and you're trying it for the first time, and then you really realize that you have more control on, for example, the upstrokes, because you have better control, that's a good sign, even that you feel sloppy in the beginning. Because probably you will play this down picking that you're used to play, but you will feel a little bit sloppy. Try especially to play riffs like upstrokes. And this, you should notice that you have an optimized way of playing the tremolo pickings. This would be a good sign that maybe you should dig and at least give it a serious trial of 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, trying to pick like that. And what happened to me is this, that when I was trying to play these tremolo pickings, I was feeling my hand was freezing, like I had my frozen hand. Some of my students also experienced the same symptoms, that it feels like you have to push a lot the hand, and this is exactly what we want to avoid, And when I started to grab the pick like this with the 3 fingers, I instantly noticed that in terms of tremolo picking, in the upstrokes, I was gaining more agility and more control of the picking. So I suggest you that you try it, okay? I will tell you that also, if you want to see, there's other guys I saw in this journey of guitarists. I saw people holding the pick with just the second fingers, which I don't understand. So they leave the the first finger to point the audience, I guess. And by the way, I saw also Aldrich is using this technique, and me as well. When we are playing rhythms, we are holding the pick like this, but then when we switch to solos, we switch to the normal way of holding the pick. So this way we gain more like control of how we gain more control of the expression, and I guess also for the pinch harmonics and all these things. So I saw also that Aldrich was switching all the time from this to this, which is not that difficult, right? Yeah. So if you are more into solos, or depending of what is your style of playing, or what do you want to achieve with your style of playing, maybe you don't want to be like super hard on down pickings or tremolo pickings. Maybe you are not interested to use this 3 fingers technique, and maybe it's going to be useful another technique that is going to be more like with the clenched fist and like this, I don't know. You have to dig into your references and see how they are holding the pick, and then experiment on your own. But on my personal case, and also some of my students at extreme metal picking, when they used this 3 finger technique, especially for these difficult fast riffs that they require a lot of energy, it was very good for them. So I would suggest you, if you are in a trial mode, okay, pick 2 exercises and try to dig into these 2 exercises. The first exercise that I suggested that you try with this new technique is this Megadeth. So I guess we can play Megadeth with the James Hetfield technique of holding the pick. I hope. So this is a good riff to start. I'm using this also on extreme metal picking as a first lesson, because it's a very good lesson to start with, and it's just these 4 down pickings, and then we add these tremolo pickings. So it's like this. And try to see how you feel it, how nice it is, how you feel this agility or not, and try to start very slow. This is very important, okay? And then another exercise that I would suggest you to do, okay, is for example 5/5 with fire. You start slow, don't start fast, because it's gonna be very difficult if it's the first time you're trying. And then also try to do it all palm muting, like 1 round with open chords, and then open everything palm muting, so you will be able to see if it's comfortable or not for you, okay? This would be my suggestion, guys, and this is what I recommend that you just experiment on your own, as well as I tell to my student at Extreme Metal Picking. And I'm gonna remind you guys that I'm gonna be opening slots very soon, okay? I'm doing these 4 months classes with my students that they want to learn how to use these techniques with this kind of style of playing and take it to the next level to play with more precision and more tightness and with more confidence. And I have the perfect blueprint to achieve this style of playing because I've been playing for 18 years this style. When I started with Cryzix back in 2008, I had to really learn how to play fast riffs and how to increase my level of right hand picking, you know? So it's important to use all these techniques, exercises, so if you want to develop this iron wrist, okay, as well as if you're trying to have a strong arm in the gym, you have to work biceps, triceps, forearm, and shoulders. With the right hand picking is exactly the same, but a wide variety of exercises, consistent practice, focus, and consistent practice of 10 minutes, 15 minutes per day, you are done, you know? You don't need that much. So I'm doing all these blueprints during 4 months at Extreme Metal Picking with one-to-one classes every week, okay, with my students. I'm taking only 15 students. I'm gonna be opening in 2 weeks slots for the next cohort of 4 months. And if you're interested, I already have some students, but I already have some slots open. I'm gonna be announcing these slots in 2 weeks, more or less. But if you're already interested, you can send me a DM on Instagram, okay? And you tell me about what is your context, what is the desired style that you would like to play. I wanna check how you are. And then I would like to see if Extreme Metal Picking will fit you or not. And then I would invite you to join in case that you are the one. So men and women, thanks to listening this episode and to watch this, apply this technique. Tell me if it works for you. I'm very curious, okay? So send me in the comments of this video or on Instagram. You can follow me at BB Plaza. And there also, I would like that you tell me if this worked for you or not. Also on my Instagram, you will find a lot of content, daily content also to inspire you. Insights that when I have classes with my students that I post there in my daily basis. So I suggest you that you also follow me there. And keep following this channel. You have plenty of lessons also to experiment, to learn how to play the fast riffs. So thank you for following. I'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.